Who is this man? In the history of the Islamic nation, there emerges a great personality, one who lived a life filled with heroic moments and sacrifices. He was an epitome of modesty, a symbol of generosity, and an icon of giving and selflessness. He combined greatness in this world with the glad tidings of paradise. Loved by all, he became a target for trials in his later years, ultimately ending his life as a martyred victim of injustice. Who is this man? Let us explore his journey. This great man was born in Mecca in 557 CE, 6 years after the birth of the Prophet, peace be upon him. He lived a noble life and became known among his people for his purity and honesty. He never bowed to an idol, nor was any immorality or sin associated with him. He was loved in both the pre-Islamic and Islamic eras, combining good character with the respect he commanded in people's hearts. He was of average height with a dark complexion, a handsome face, soft skin, a thick beard, and abundant hair. But what distinguished him even more was his great modesty. So much. He embraced Islam through the hands of Abu Bakr al-Siddiq, may Allah be pleased with him, and was among the first to answer the Prophet's, peace be upon him, call. He was the fourth person to embrace Islam after Abu Bakr, Ali ibn Abi Talib, and Zayd ibn Haritha. Despite his status in Quraysh, he endured harm and patiently faced tests. His conversion was a great opening for Islam as he supported the call with his wealth and soul. He migrated to Abyssinia with his wife Ruqayya, the daughter of the Prophet, peace be upon him, becoming the first to migrate with his wife in the way of Allah. After the situation became difficult for the Muslims in Mecca and the doors were closed to them, the Prophet, peace be upon him, allowed some of his companions to migrate to Abyssinia in the 5th year of Hijrah. The journey was difficult, consisting of 10 men and 4 women, among whom was one of the prominent companions, known for his wisdom and steadfastness in the truth, along with his patient wife, who was the daughter of the noble Prophet. He led this journey calmly, carrying with him faith and patience, marking the beginning of a new chapter of sacrifices in the way of the Creed. Who could this great man be? This man became famous for his immense contributions in the way of Allah, the well of Roma. When the Muslims in Medina needed a water source, he bought the well of Roma and made it a waqf, endowment for Muslims. Expansion of the Prophet's mosque. He contributed to purchasing the land adjacent to the Prophet's mosque, providing more space for prayer and worship. The army of hardship. During the Battle of Tabuk, he contributed greatly from his own wealth to equip the army. Part 4, his leadership as the Caliph of Muslims. He was known for his wisdom and justice and was one of the prominent advisors to the caliphs before him. After the death of Umar ibn al-Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, the Muslims unanimously chose him to be the 3rd caliph. During his 12-year caliphate, the Islamic State expanded and prospered. Eastern Front conquered Iraq and Persia. Western Front conquered Africa and Nubia. Northern Front launched the campaign against Constantinople and conquered Cyprus. He also ordered the compilation of the Quran into a single codex to unite the Ummah and distributed copies across the various regions. Despite his great achievements, he was not immune to trials. Rumors were spread about him, and his administrative and financial policies came under criticism, particularly regarding his appointment of his Umayyad relatives to key positions. The trial escalated, and he was besieged in his home for many days, denied food and drink. He refused to defend himself with weapons out of respect for the blood of the Muslims. On the 18th of Dhul Hijjah, some rebels sneaked into his house and killed him while he was reciting the Quran. This man is Uthman ibn Affan, the owner of the 2 lights, the 3rd of the rightly guided caliphs, and the husband of the daughters of the messenger of God. May God bless him and grant him peace. His life was full of generosity, and his death was martyrdom in the way of God. He left behind an enduring legacy, and his name remains a symbol of faith, giving, and sacrifice. Such was Uthman ibn Affan, may Allah be pleased with him, a symbol of true strength derived from steadfast faith and great character. In him, modesty, decisive courage, and wisdom in leadership came together, making him a unique model of a man who led the ranks in times of hardship, giving of his wealth and soul in the way of Allah without hesitation. He endured harm, faced trials with the steadfastness of a believer, and taught us that true strength does not lie in weapons or power, but in adhering to principles, supporting the truth and sacrificing until the last moment of life.